A new rumor alleges that Ricky Thornton Jr., your 2024 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion, as well as the Castrol Flow Racing Night in America Series champion, might run an independent schedule for the 2025 season. Roll this up over at stockcarreport.com. You can find the link in the description below. And this comes to us from Dirt Late Model Insider Racing Jason. He dropped this information in the wake of Ricky Thornton Jr. winning the preliminary feature for the Gateway Dirt Nationals at the Dome in St. Louis, Missouri, qualifying him for the A-Main later tonight. And let's just listen to what he had to say right here.
All he do is set fast times and win races. That's all he does. That's all he does. And guess what? Gonna choose a hit and miss, pick and choose schedule. 25. Well, I'm here. All right, congratulations.
So that is the gist of the rumor. Racing Jason saying that Ricky Thornton Jr. is gonna choose a hit and miss, pick and choose schedule in 2025 and saying that's what he's hearing. That is interesting, given the fact that he has run with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series for the past couple of years. Obviously, dominating performance in 2023, ended up not being the champion due to the championship format, which was basically a winner-take-all race at the Dirt Track World Championship at Eldora. He ended up getting in an accident on like lap 7, wounded the car, went a couple of laps down, was unable to recover, and Hudson O'Neal ended up being crowned the champion and did not sit very well with Ricky Thornton Jr. I think he had a post on Facebook about it. They obviously changed the format, turned it into a more of a 7-race chase, which I think is a much better format instead of the winner-take-all kind of race. I like that. It's more like hockey and basketball where you have the best of 7. And that's kind of what you saw there with the Lucas Oil. And a lot of people had written Ricky Thornton out, given the fact that he had some early struggles in that chase, but dominating performances late propelled him to the championship. And he was able to beat Devin Moran by 60 points, Jonathan Davenport by 130, and Tim McCready by 145. And then at the very end of kind of the season, obviously they're still racing here at the Dome, which is basically the last race of the season. I know that there's a race down, there was a race down. I think they're racing tonight as well, down in Georgia at Golden Isles with the Hunt the Front is broadcasting that. But obviously the Dome, probably the gem there where you're seeing lots of people race there. It's happening tonight as well. But he did beat Bobby Pierce at Sonoya and beat him by 12 points there to get that Flow Racing Championship. What is really interesting too is that Bobby Pierce did not commit to running the World of Outlaws Case Construction Late Models in 2025 as well. Obviously, I reported on this back in November, about a month ago, in a discussion with Pierce. World of Outlaws Late Model announcer Ruben Morales said this: "There's a lot of positives still going into next year. Momentum. I know you're going to have a fire under your seat going into next year to get the championship." And Pierce replied, "Oh yeah, we're going to go into it. Hopefully we do even better. But like I said, you can't ask for a much better year. We'll see what we do next year. Still kind of open right now, and we're just looking forward to it." So obviously Pierce won the World of Outlaws Championship last year. Brandon Shepard won this year. Obviously he had that tire penalty in the very beginning of the year that really set him back and ultimately made it so he didn't win the championship. And he was not very happy about that at all. Had even talked about quitting the World of Outlaws Tour after that penalty was assessed, but he ended up staying with the tour and nearly came back and won the championship at the World Finals there in Charlotte. But obviously had a extraordinarily dominant year, was the number one dirt late model racer according to dirtondirt.com, winning multiple crown jewels, put on an absolute whale of a show in the best race of the year in the Prairie Dirt Classic at Falls. So it is interesting that the two best drivers are uncommitted to the series that they were running in last year. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, I know usually drivers will make a decision on where they will go at the end of speed weeks. So we might not even know if they're going to compete in a series, if they're going to do the fully independent schedule, they're just going to chase big money. You would think that they would at least pick one series because the pay with the towing and all that stuff does seem to make financial sense for the owners and things like that. But who knows if they can continue the success that they've had where they're just constantly winning, then maybe you don't need kind of those guaranteed payments from the World of Outlaws and Lucas Oil. But let me know what you guys make of this rumor about Ricky Thornton Jr. and going independent. Let me know in the comments below.